I'm Jay Cohen, founder of Locomotion Fitness, and my goal is to make you spend as little time in the gym as you need to be a happy, healthy, productive human. And I know that's crazy as the guy that owns a gym, but really that is our mission at Locomotion Fitness. I could care less if you can squat 300 pounds or if you can run a 6-minute mile. What I care about is that you can do the fun stuff in your life that you want to do. If you want to hike Machu Picchu or go skiing for a week or run a 5K for a cause you want to support, you're just good and ready to go and do those things. Because if I could snap my fingers right now and give you a 6-pack, but you can't go and do the things in your life that you want to do and you're not a happy person, who cares? What good is that doing you, the people in your life, the community, and the world? We need you right now. We need people that are out there willing to make a change and willing to help the people to the left and to their right. And so it is my mission to make you healthy, not just to make you fit. And it's our belief that health has 5 pillars or 5 components to it. And those are the things that we really address at Locomotion Fitness to turn you into a kick-ass 90-year-old, to make sure that you're around to chase after your great grandkids and to play golf and to hit the beach when you're 95 years old. Those 5 pillars, number 1 is fitness. And in our gym, we approach this in one of 2 different ways. First is personal training, which for us, we do in small groups of up to 4 people in a session. And in those sessions, we're looking at things that we need to address specific for you. Maybe it's strength, maybe it's cardio, maybe it's flexibility, maybe it's getting out of chronic back pain. It isn't one size fits all. On the other side of that coin is group classes, of which we've got boot camp classes, yoga classes, spin classes, and CrossFit classes. Everybody thinks when they start here, it's all about fitness. And that really is just my foot in the door. It's how I get you in here. It's how I develop a relationship with you and get you to trust me. But ultimately, that is just the beginning. The second pillar is nutrition. If your goal is body composition related, meaning if you are trying to lose weight or gain muscle or tone up or look a certain way when you look in the mirror, that is 80 to 90% the food that you are putting into your body. Now, our model on nutrition is one that is sustainable over the long term. Again, it's about turning you into an awesome 90-year-old, and that means you need to do things that you can do until you're 90. We are not the 30 pounds in 30 days people. We are here to help give you healthy habits that carry, and our approach on nutrition is what's called intuitive eating. So what intuitive eating is not, it's not meal plans, it's not macros, it's not weighing and measuring, logging and tracking food. Instead, it's about understanding what is driving the decisions that you are making around food. Ultimately, if you have a goal that is to lose 20 pounds, yet when you're making food decisions, you're choosing something that takes you over here. It's the opposite of losing 20 pounds. This decision, logically, you would always choose the direction of the goal, which means this isn't a logical decision, it's an emotional one. And intuitive eating is about unpacking those emotions. What are the stories I'm telling myself about food? What has diet culture told me that I hang on to even though it doesn't apply to you or it doesn't matter? Intuitive eating helps you understand those things. And then where the rubber meets the road is it helps implement healthy habits to make changes without having to white knuckle meal plans or logging and tracking food, which you're not going to be able to do for the rest of your life. You might be able to do it for 3 months, 6 months, or a year, but as soon as you stop, you're going to swing back to right where you were before, and you're going to think it's your fault. It wasn't your fault. The system you were using wasn't right for you. In this intuitive eating model, what we like to say is if somebody can do 20 pull-ups out on the gym floor, their body has to look a certain way, right? I'm not going to be 40% body fat and be able to do 20 pull-ups. With nutrition, if you follow certain habits, your body has to change. And it's our job to unpack what habits you need to focus on, what's your lowest hanging fruit, how can we address those things systematically so that you don't slide back, or help hold you accountable, right? And make sure that you remember why you're doing these things. Third pillar is mindset. What is going on up here? And there's a couple of important things with mindset. Number one is normalizing the conversation around mental health. Look, I was in the Marine Corps. I deal with mental health issues. I was a heroin addict before the Marine Corps. Mental health has been first and foremost in my life for various reasons for a very long time, and I have lost a lot of my friends because this conversation isn't front and center because everybody's terrified to have it, and that is bullshit. It is time to talk about anxiety and depression openly because so many people are dealing with it and everyone thinks they are the only one. And that is isolating and is what leads to people making decisions that are permanent, and that's not okay. So number one is talking about anxiety and depression openly, helping people to see how many other people are struggling and giving some support around it. Number two is giving people some tools to deal with that anxiety and depression. And this can come in lots of forms. Number one, helping people with a gratitude practice. So at our gym, we have this thing, it's called Bright Spot Friday. Every Friday in our classes, our sessions, we go around and we ask, what's something good that happened to you this week? And we focus on the good. And by focusing on the good, A, it drives community. Everybody gets high fives, congratulations. But B, think about when you buy a new car and then you see that car everywhere. That's what a gratitude practice does. If you focus on the good things, you start to notice more good things. Also in our members group, same thing. You'll see hashtag BSF every Friday, and people are sharing wins in case they weren't in classes. Next piece of that puzzle is helping to talk about meditation and breath work, right? Giving people tools to create space between their thoughts, feelings, and emotions and their selves. And meditation is one of the best ways I know how to do that. So that could be ending a class by turning the lights off, having everybody lay down, if you're comfortable closing your eyes and doing a little guided meditation. Maybe it's Shavasana in a yoga class. But we also do it in our boot camp or CrossFit classes. Sometimes we do it as a standalone clinic or workshop where I will teach people some different styles of meditation. Another great way to deal with mindset stuff is through breath work. And I am a certified performance breathing coach. And so I teach people how to control their sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, their fight or flight or rest or digest via the breath. And there's ways that we can tap into both of those systems. You just need to learn how. And you need to learn the proper ways to breathe. If you're a mouth breather or you're a shallow breather, those all drastically increase anxiety in the body. And so if we can just fix some dysfunctional breathing patterns, sometimes those things go away. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on the internet. Lastly, on mindset is what's the self-talk? What's going on between your ears? These workouts that we do here, they're difficult. And when you're doing something hard, typically that self-talk kicks up. You can't do this. You need to slow down. No one's looking. Do 5 less reps and tell them you did them all, right? Those are all things that are going to come up for you on a regular basis. And what an amazing opportunity. What a chance to be able to deal with that self-talk in a setting that it doesn't really matter. It's a workout that you're probably never going to come back to. However, the way that you respond, and I'm pointing over here because that's where our gym floor is, the way that you respond on that gym floor is the way that you're going to respond out there. Now I'm pointing to outside. So if the first thing that you do when a workout gets hard is I'm going to do 5 less reps because nobody's going to notice, the first thing you're going to do out there when something gets hard is look for a shortcut, and that is gonna come back to bite you in the butt, and it's gonna be in a way that it's gonna be something that matters. So let's use the gym as a way to monitor and understand how to make that self-talk useful, and that comes from micro goal setting when you have negative self-talk. Again, tapping into your breath, doing some visualization of seeing yourself at the finish line, all tools that we can use to start to steer that conversation. Fourth pillar is recovery. So that is flexibility, mobility, durability. So flexibility is improving your range of motion. So if you can't bend over and touch your toes, we've got a flexibility problem, and we're gonna work on loosening up your hamstrings. Mobility is controlling your joints through that new range of motion that we've got with extra flexibility. Because if you're extra flexible but you don't have control, that's how you get hurt. And the way that we work mobility is with banded stuff, contract and relax, self-myofascial release, which is like foam roller, lacrosse ball work, tons of FRC, functional range conditioning, tons of different ways that we can improve mobility, which ties to the third piece, which is durability, which I like to say is prehab and rehab. Prehab being there's common things that go wrong in the body, right? Shoulder issues, knee issues, hip issues, back issues. There are things that we can do to bulletproof those joints before something goes wrong. And that is prehab. Typically it's working on the smaller muscles that get overlooked. Rehab is if you are already in chronic pain when you start with us, our goal is to help you get out of that, because although chronic pain is common, it is not normal. So we'll help you figure out where is the imbalance, what's going on in your day-to-day that's causing this to continue to happen, and then work on giving you some corrective exercises that you can do to make it a little bit better. The fifth and final pillar that we focus on here is relationships. And that is the lifeblood of Locomotion Fitness. We call it the Loco fam, all of our members. And the Loco fam is what keeps this place so impactful for so many people. I'd love to think our members come here because we got a dope facility and our programming is awesome. In other words, the workouts that you do and our coaching is great. And man, I know in my heart of hearts that all of that is true. However, the reason that people come here consistently, and once they start, they stay here forever. The average that somebody stays at a gym in this industry is 7 months. The average in this gym is 18 months. Almost 3x what is normal. And the reason is people are coming because they get to hang out with their friends. And it's fun. And they get that sense of community, which is something we are all so hungry for right now. And relationships is what this world is missing. And so here, not only are you gonna have friends in the gym, we do all sorts of stuff outside of the gym. We're going to a surf lesson, going to float the Edisto River, got workouts for 4th of July, and then we're staying and having a cookout afterwards. It's all about the relationships. Never will you see somebody in here, headphones on, doing their own thing. So those are the 5 pillars that we focus on to improve your overall health. And so I invite you to take a step back. And if you're thinking about, man, I need to make a change because I need to lose weight or I need to get stronger or whatever, I want you to go even further and take a look at what do I need to do for my health, not just my fitness. Because our belief is that you are an integrated human and physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, which I know can be a loaded word. Spiritual is just something, belief in something greater than you, whatever that means to you. All of those things are intertwined. And if we don't address those 5 pillars, you're not going to be able to develop into the person that you want to be in the grand scheme of things. All right, guys, again, I'm Jay Cohen. I'm the founder of Locomotion Fitness. If this resonated with you, I'd love you to leave a comment. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like this video, share it with somebody that needs to see it. And I hope that you'll consider booking an intro if you're local and getting in here and seeing if what I'm saying is actually true or if I'm just blowing smoke right now. Because I know if this resonates with you, I can change your life. We can change your life. Not just our staff, but our members. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.